How to find the hottest and best virtual wholesaling markets in under 5 minutes. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to quickly, efficiently, and with the greatest speed find the best markets for virtual wholesaling real estate. And most importantly, find the top wholesaling real estate markets anywhere in the country in under 5 minutes. That is right. I'm going to show you guys exactly the secrets that I have on finding the best wholesaling real estate markets, especially for virtual wholesaling, the top zip codes, the top areas, the top cities, the top counties, anywhere. If you want to go find the best spots for virtual wholesaling real estate on day 6 right now of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, this is going to be everything you need to know on finding everything for wholesaling real estate success. If you're excited to find the best markets possible, guys, do me a favor. You already know what to do. Go out here and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below your questions, and I'll help you have wholesaling real estate success. So without further ado, let's get into it. I just want to break down exactly how to find the top markets, because when you're starting out in virtual wholesaling real estate, your biggest question, or heck, if you're starting out and you want to know if you're in a good market, bad market, any of these things, your biggest question is going to be like, where should I wholesale? Like, I live in New York City. I know Zach said it's not a good place to go. Where should I go? Well, this video should clarify a lot of the questions, a lot of the issues you might have with that, so you can actually go out here and have wholesaling real estate success. But let's get it going. You already know, before we do this, I already go out here and I have the best intro in wholesaling real estate, because we got the best guy out here to get it going. So if you're excited to go, excited to get some wholesaling real estate success, cue the intro. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it, guys. Let's go. It's time. It's wholesale real estate time. Michael's awake. Everyone's awake. Everyone's ready to go. We got Guru Slayer. So everyone knows you are in a new episode of Guru Slayer. We got media team working hard here. You got me. I'm the Guru Slayer right now. The Tanjiro of wholesaling real estate right now. And I got to slay some gurus. And the only way to go out here and slay some gurus is by giving you guys free wholesaling real estate content and information absolutely for free. Still, the 30-day wholesaling challenge, you'll learn everything. It's a $7,000 wholesaling real estate course we get for free. The gurus hate that I do this challenge, and you're another episode of Guru Slayer today. So let's see what guru I'm going to slay today. So let's get into it. If you want to go out here and find the best virtual wholesaling markets in under 5 minutes, under 2 minutes, whatever you want to do it, day 6 here of the challenge, let's get into it. So I want to start off with a very important quote. I think this is very important for everybody watching this right now. But this is actually a Warren Buffett quote, and I think it's probably one of the most powerful quotes you can ever know. And this is exactly what we're talking about today. But sometimes it's not how fast you row your boat; it's how fast the stream is going. And what do I mean by this? What do I mean by this quote? Basically, what I mean by that is you could be in a boat right now, which is wholesaling real estate, and you could be rowing as hard as possible. You could be rowing crazy hard. Oh, I'm going as crazy as possible, rowing the boat, trying to wholesale, cold call, pull list, do everything. But if I'm in the wrong stream and you want the current going down, or you're going against the stream, I don't care how tough or good of a rower you are, you're not going to be the boat ain't going to go far. Okay. Like, the conditions are that bad. And maybe, possibly, it's not how hard you're rowing the boat. You could be rowing the boat as hard as possible. The stream ain't going. It ain't going. Maybe you need to go to put the boat in a different stream. And what I mean by this is a different virtual wholesaling market, right? Some of y'all are trying really hard in really bad virtual wholesaling markets, and you're like, oh, I suck. I'm a terrible wholesaler. I can't do anything right. And no. All right. Like that ain't it. All right. What it really truly comes down to is being in the right market. And a lot of wholesalers out here are in the wrong wholesaling real estate markets. And what I want to do is show you exactly how to find the top markets possible and how to have that wholesaling real estate success. So let's get it going and let's get it. I'm telling you guys, it's not about how fast you row the boat sometimes. It's about how the stream is going. Now, you obviously want to always row fast, but I'm just telling you guys, got to get into it. So how do I find the top, hottest wholesaling real estate markets, right? Today's video, we are going to go over how to find the hottest markets for virtual wholesaling real estate. We are going to row in the best river stream possible today. That is the point of this video. We are going to show you how to row in the right part of the boat, more or less, if that makes sense, guys. We're going to show you exactly how to row in the best river stream. And so what makes a great virtual wholesaling market, in my personal opinion, it comes down to two key factors: deals to wholesalers ratio and what I call the teenage success factor. So let's talk about these things. Okay. Number one, deals to wholesalers ratio. This might seem like a crazy, weird topic. I know I'm going fast, going through this, but it's true. A good virtual wholesaling market, there's going to be a ton of real estate deals, but then you got to be careful because, yeah, sometimes there's a lot of great deals, but there could be a lot of wholesalers too. And so this is something we have to understand here in virtual wholesaling real estate. I can give some examples, but like if I'm in a market like Houston, Texas, for example, where I've always been quoted by saying this, and this is absolutely true. There's probably more wholesaling real estate deals being done in Houston, Texas than arguably any other city in the United States. Houston's massive, but here's the problem. Houston's the fourth biggest city in the United States, fourth or fifth, I think, by population, or Harris County or the county. I get that wrong, but it's massive. Okay. The county or the city is like third or fourth biggest in the whole country. Okay. So it's huge. So there's a ton of wholesalers. Houston crowd can vouch for me here. There's a lot of Houston guys and a lot of Houston guys and gals. And there's a lot of deals though, right? And so the ratio is good, but there's so many wholesaling deals that might be the most attractive, but there's a ton of wholesalers. And so it's not a bad market at all, but there's a lot of deals, but there's also a lot of wholesalers. And so that ratio is, it's not bad, right? But if you go to a market, like I've always said, Fayetteville, North Carolina, where there's just not enough wholesalers and there's a lot of deals, where there's a ton of deals, it's like Houston's got like a 1-to-1 ratio, I'd say. Fayetteville has way less deals, but there's like these many wholesalers. And so that ratio is way better. And so there's more deals per wholesaler. It makes it easier. Now, that doesn't say Houston, you could easily be 7 figures in Houston if you get really, really good. But what I mean by this is we want to find areas where there's a lot of deals and there's not a ton of wholesalers, right? Like not a ton, but like it's a ratio, right? We want a good amount of deals and not a ton of wholesalers in there. And so the next part here is what we call the teenage success factor. What is the teenage success factor? This has been a patent pending anti-guru system that I've kind of figured out, and no one else talks about this. But this is my monkey see, monkey do attitude on wholesaling real estate. That's kind of weird, but it's true. I have found a ton of teenagers, and I'm calling them teens because they're 18, 19, 17 years old, that they live in New York City, LA, right? Phoenix, and they just start virtually wholesaling in this new market. And I'm not calling them, young and broke, but most of them are young and broke, which isn't a bad thing. They got hustle, but they don't know much about wholesaling. Like they just kind of went off TikTok and they're just kind of doing stuff willy-nilly. And they're not even that. They're just being honest. I'm not calling them out, but they suck at wholesaling, but they end up doing deals. I'm like, you suck at wholesaling, but you're doing deals. Like what's going on? You must be in a really good market where there's a lot of deals. The wholesaler ratio is really good. And so how do I find this, right? I'll break down a little more about today, but like the biggest one to find is just people flexing, right? And so I'll tell you this, Severville, Tennessee, a couple of years back was one of the best wholesaling virtual markets I've ever done. I found a lot of kids doing $10,000, $15,000 deals there. And I'm like, these kids don't know jack squat about wholesaling. And I'm pretty good at wholesaling. I'm like, how? Just because the market was so good. I went in there, cleaned up because I was actually really good at wholesaling. And so that's another part I would say about finding the next great virtual wholesale market that nobody ever talks about. Look at that teenage success factor. And so let me give you some examples today, okay? So one example here, this is Knoxville, Tennessee, all right? In Knoxville, Tennessee, this is a good market example. There's a lot of deals and there is a ton of buyers in Knoxville, Tennessee. College town, great population, Eastern Tennessee, great area, right? There is a lot of beginners having success in Knoxville. It's great. Southern people are nice. Prices are relatively cheap, right? And I would say there's a great ratio of wholesaling deals and saturation of other wholesalers. The population is very nice. It's about 192,000. Then the average home is about 324, but the average wholesaling deal is going to be under 200K on this, right? And so I would say that is a good wholesaling real estate market for virtual wholesaling. Now, this used to be a lot better, right? But I'll tell you, it's still amazing, right? It's a great market. It's a great virtual wholesaling market. Now, let's look at a bad example, okay? Northern Virginia, Fairfax County, okay? Now, Fairfax County, there's a lot of buyers, like a ton of cash buyers in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County. But there's a low amount of deals. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by deals? I mean, properties you can get under contract for at least a 15, 20% discount. Okay, that's kind of what I mean by deal. There's actually a low amount of people out here that will sell their deal for a discount, their piece of real estate. And there's a ton of wholesalers. And so we have a lot of wholesalers and we have a low amount of deals. That ratio looks off. But there's a lot of buyers. Of course, I mean, yeah, of course, it's a very high demand area. We look at the population, it's about 1.1 million. That's insanely big. And the average home price is about $700,000. And so you don't have to be an expert to kind of figure out why is the other market good and why is this one bad, right? Like we're starting to see some examples here. Like, okay, this kind of is making some sense, right? And so the question here is, what happened, right? Why was one so much better than the other? And what I found in my 7 years of wholesaling real estate, that it's really come down to two main factors, I would say: population and average home price. And I hate to be like, just so like, it's just, this is it, right? But like, it's not. But I would say just on like you get 2 or 5 minutes to figure out if you have a good market or not. I just have to look at those two things. We're like, I'm just being completely honest with you. No other person in wholesaling real estate ever talks about this huge secret that I have here, but this is my secret. And I could charge you thousands of dollars for this, but you know, Guru Slayer, like I gotta get rid of these gurus, right? I gotta give it all for free for you guys, right? If you can look at a place with a high population, there's a lot of buyers, right? And if you have a price, you can get good discounts. That's my little secret here. I mean, I don't think it's anything crazy, but like that is it. So let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's really talk about this. Population. Let's talk about this population-wise, right? A high population. So that's one factor, population. I have found in wholesaling real estate, and every expert wholesaler can agree with you, the higher the population, usually higher the amount of cash buyers. And this is probably one of the truest statements I've ever found in wholesaling real estate, but more people will live in an area. There's a higher demand for rentals. More people, if a lot of people live in a place, there's a demand for people wanting to live there, which means if I live in, I don't know, Oregon, or, you know, I live in Maine or New York, and there's like Atlanta where it's nice and warm there, right? It's got a great culture and there's a lot of great working opportunities. I probably might want to move there with my family and buy a house there, right? So if I'm looking to flip houses, that'll be a great area. And if there's a lot of good opportunity for work, there's going to be a lot of rentals there, right? And everyone knows that about Fulton County, Atlanta area. It's true, right? And so there's a high population, and the higher the population, usually there's more cash buyers. And obviously those are people buying our deals. We want a lot of cash buyers, right? And unfortunately, if we have a low population, there's going to be less buyers. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, right? Supply and demand. If I had a pizza shop, I'd probably have more customers in Miami than I would in Louisville, Texas, with 3,000 people living in it, right? There's more people that are going to like pizza in a bigger city. So same thing, high population, high cash buyers, low population, low buyers. Now, I've personally found, right, you can do big metros like Houston. I would call it a big metro, and there's a lot of buyers there, but I've personally found the sweet spot. So when I mean sweet spot, I want to find areas where there's a lot of deals and lower population. Sorry, there's high deals and less population of wholesalers, right? So a good wholesaling deals to wholesaler ratio. The sweet spot I have found is about at minimum 50,000 people living in a city, and for the county, at least 100,000 people for the county. That's going to be my bare minimum for most people. Now, oh, my city has 5,000 people in it, but my county has 500,000. Okay, that works because there's tiny cities in big counties, right? And there's big populations of people wanting to buy there, right? So I would say this is going to be roughly my range. All right, just make sure that your county has at least 100,000 people in it in your virtual market. And I would prefer the city have a population of 50,000, but if the county's got 100,000, that's fine, right? And you might be in a county where the population of the county is 50,000 and there's 49,000 people living in the city. That's fine. But I would tell you that you just got to be careful out here. Okay. And that's really my spiel on population. That's what I personally found. Let's talk about price. Okay. When I'm talking about price here, where am I getting at, right? So for median home price, I've personally found the higher the price, the higher it is to get a bigger discount. I mean, that's pretty standard. Okay. That's how human beings work. I found the lower unfortunately though, the lower average median home price, the lower contract price, on average, the lower your assignment fee is going to be. And so it's kind of a weird little push and pull, right? The bigger price on a deal, I'm probably going to make more assignment fees, but it's harder to get a discount, right? The lower price, the lower you're going to get the assignment fees. My personal opinion, I have found the sweet spot for wholesaling real estate for median home price is between 75,000 and 300,000. The max I would say is 400,000 for the median home price. I know I just threw a bunch of information at you, but let me tell you this. So this is information got to pay a lot of money for that I'm giving to you guys. So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. Just FYI, go to wholesaling.com. But what I mean by this is if I have $1 million home, okay, the chance of me getting a 20% discount off that $1 million home, so buying it for 800,000, is way less than somebody to sell their $100,000 house for 80,000. Human beings are weird. They don't look at the percentage, they look at the price. $200,000 discount? No way. $20,000 off? I could do that, right? And this is just for speeding convenience for a lot of things, right? So, for example, would you overpay for a car? Probably not, right? If I know roughly a car is worth 20 grand, would I pay 30,000 for it? Knowing I could go somewhere else and get that same car for 20 grand, like a Nissan Passat, right? Or a Honda Civic. Like, no, like I'm not going to overpay 10 grand for a car. That's stupid. Most people aren't going to do that. But I'll make fun of some of my family members and me sometimes. We pay $5 for a pumpkin spice latte that you can make at home for like 50 cents. Of course I'll overpay for it. It's only $4 extra and it's a great pumpkin spice latte, right? Because the price is so cheap, right? But when it comes to a lot of things, you're less likely to overpay or take a big discount on something when it's bigger. Would you sell your $30,000 car for 20 grand? Most people aren't willing to do that, right? But if you have a $10 tennis racket and somebody offers you $7 for it, you'll take it all day, right? Because human beings don't care about percentages. They care about the price of what they're taking. $3 off, fine, take it. 10 grand off, no way. And obviously people sell their properties for discounts in wholesaling real estate. But what I mean by this is the higher price point we're talking about, the less likely someone's willing to take a big discount for it. That's how it works. Now, people still are willing to take discounts on $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 houses, but they're less percentage discounts. That's why my MAO formula it's a sliding scale. And that being said, we got to understand that. Now, everyone's like, okay, well, I want to go to a place where the average house is 50 grand, right? And yes, you'll get great percentage discounts and you'll get a lot of deals. But the issue here is your average deal is going to be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Now, my local market, the average house is like 380, 390. And, I'm dealing with properties that are like 280, 300. And it's a lot bigger than 50 grand. So my average assignment fee is 30, 40 grand. That's insane. Obviously, it's again, I'm going to get the best deals. But you have to understand there is a push and pull for this. And once you understand this, that like, okay, I don't want to get the cheapest property possible, right? Because I'm going to have lower assignment fees, but I don't want to get way too high where I can't get discounts, right? I personally found the sweet spot here between 75,000 and 300,000. It's up to you which one you think's best, but I would tell you that's probably going to be your best bet here. Okay. I'd say it's going to be your best bet. Now, I'm going to give you Zach Ginn's secret method to finding the best virtual wholesaling deals. Now, I get in trouble. I got to sell a course on this, but I ain't going to. This is the best way to find the best virtual wholesaling markets. I can tell you right now, finding a good virtual wholesaling market is the same thing as gold mining or oil mining, right? We have to find where new wholesalers with no knowledge and no money are having success, and we're going to copy them. All right. That is it. Why do people not go to the hilltops of Kentucky and start trying to dig for oil? I'm going to go oil mining in Kentucky. Hate to tell you, Kentucky ain't the oil mining capital of the world. Okay. Kentucky's great for a lot of things, but you don't think of oil in Kentucky, right? I ain't going to Florida to go dig for oil. I'm probably going to go mine for oil or drill for oil in places where people do decently well. Alaska, North Dakota, Texas, right? Makes sense, right? So that's the truth. You in wholesaling real estate, you don't want to be the guy that's going to be like, okay, I'm going to find this new place where there's a new gold rush. You're going to have to, it's a crapshoot. And if you get the wrong one, you're screwed. So if I want to be a gold miner, I'm probably going to go to Alaska where there've clearly been a lot of gold there. And I'm going to strike it rich doing that, right? I'm not going to try to go to Atlanta, Georgia, and be like, there's a Atlanta. I know there's gold everywhere in Atlanta. I'm going to try to dig and mine. No, okay. You got to find relatively where people have already done wholesaling deals. Because if somebody's already done wholesaling deals in that area, you could probably go out here and get a deal yourself there too. Like monkey see, monkey do. We're not going to go try to invent a new market, right? We want to go somewhere someone's at least doing some deals, right? I mean, I think it makes sense to me, but that's kind of what we're doing here on this strategy. Okay, so how do I find the best virtual wholesaling markets? We want to find people that are, quote, flexing. Okay, we want to find people that are flexing in a city. All right, these are new wholesalers, right? And roughly what I've always found, these are Facebook groups, right? Where people are just posting it, Instagram, all these things. You want to find at least 2 or 3 people posting about a city and be like, okay, if these kids are doing well in the city, I can do the same thing, right? Oh, I just got this deal in, Bettendorf, Iowa. I'm like, okay, I got 3 kids bragging about Bettendorf, Iowa. That's crazy. I got to figure out how to do that. Bettendorf, Iowa. All right. And guess what? I see 2 or 3 kids. I'm like, okay, if they're doing well, I could probably do well there too. That's it. You guys got to remember, if it's working for newbies, I promise you it will go out here and work for you. All right. That's my big secret here. Okay. That's my big, massive secret for finding these deals. Like, find where new kids are doing deals. Kids love to brag, right? And so go do it, right? That's the secret, guys. And so how do you find the best zip codes and areas for wholesaling, right? I'll be honest with you. About 4 ways to find the best zips and area codes for wholesaling real estate. So these are them. Okay. Number 1, ask your cash buyers. This is the most, in my opinion, tried and true system out here for finding the best cash buyers is just going out here and pulling a list of where the best wholesaling areas are, and you'll find your buyers there, right? Like where most of the wholesaling deals are, you'll find your buyers there. Flip the switch. How do I find the best areas? If I don't know the areas, I know where the deals are. Just ask your buyers. Once you get buyers, right? You cold call cash sales or for rents. Say, hey, Mr. Cash Buyer, where are you looking to buy? Oh, I'm looking to buy in this zip code. Okay. Oh, boom. I'm looking for 3 2s or 2 1s in that zip code. Their customers are the one buying our deals, right? So we just ask our buyers where they're looking to buy. And that's a great area, most likely, because they're willing to buy it there. And zip codes. It's called reverse wholesaling. We find the buyer first, then you market in the areas that they want. It's good, not bad. Next year, you can ask title companies. Now, obviously, view more deals will be a little nicer to you about this, but this is another way to do it. Just ask your title company, hey, where are the best areas you are seeing wholesaling deals being done with the title company, right? And they'll tell you, oh, this area is good, this area is not. So if you aren't having any success with these last 2 strategies are probably going to be amazing for you. But number one, find where the rental properties are. Follow the numbers, follow the data. This is a great strategy I've always found. But find where the rental properties are right now. And how do I find where rentals are? Go to Zillow and find where most of the working class rentals are, right? 1,000 a month, 1,500, 2,000, whatever it is. That would be the best way to do it. And then my last secret sauce method, crazy I'm even saying this, but this is the truth. The best areas for wholesaling real estate are what we call, quote, the affordable working class housing. What is affordable working class housing? These are going to be older homes with low crime rates. That is it. I've been in so much trouble for saying this a million times, but like gurus don't like that I reveal it. But the best areas for wholesaling have always been working class housing. And what I mean by this, if you have an area that where like I'm, I have friends because I'm 23 that are 23, 24, 25. And, they got their girlfriends, they're engaged and they're looking to, get a house and buy it. That's the American dream. And they can't afford, right? I mean, they're getting started, right, in their careers and they'll go up, but like they can't afford a $4 million house. All right. Like they need a house, a starter, they call them starter homes, right? And starter homes are cheap real estate that is actually in a nice area. People want to live in cheap houses that is very safe, right? And these are where these affordable working class houses are, right? Car mechanics, salespeople. I mean, some salespeople live in nice houses, but like, you know what I mean, right? Working class people. And so these type of people will live in houses that are started, that are pretty cheap. They get nice FHA loans are. The houses are usually older. And so in my personal market, these houses, because Port St. Lucie is not that old, these are houses from the 60s and 70s that, and the 50s that are really old, right? And they need some renovations, right? But, they can fix them up. And this is where a lot of people are. And these are good areas. These are not high crime areas at all. And so it's very attractive for wholesalers because it's cheap. They're little smaller houses, right? They're about 1,000, 1,200 square feet. As me, I'm a little taller. So it's the ceilings are always really low for some reason. I guess people are shorter in the 60s. I don't know. They've not built these houses for taller people, but it's weird. But like those are usually what those older houses are. Lower ceilings, popcorn, right? They're not updated, but these are great wholesaling real estate markets and areas in your virtual wholesale market to be going after. And so look them up. They're great to be going after. And I found good success. Now I've also found good success on houses built in the 2000s too, right? 2000, 10, 11, 12. I've done that before, right? So it's all up to you, but those are the secret good areas that I found, and then rentals in those areas too. Usually because you can flip the houses for a good profit for FHA, a lot of wholesalers can sell the buyers really easy there, right? And so what is my homework for today? What am I telling you guys to do today, right? Honestly, I want you guys, if you want to have success, put a 30-minute timer. If you're looking to find a virtual wholesaling market, put a 30-minute timer, and I want you to start that timer and then go for 30 minutes and then find your next virtual wholesaling market. So if you haven't found a virtual wholesaling market, you got 30 minutes to find the market. You know why? A lot of you guys will sit down and analyze for months and months and months and months and months how to find the perfect virtual wholesaling market. Now, we ain't playing that game right now. Okay. You're going to go find a good market in 30 minutes. That's all it takes. All right. And so you can look up the populations of a county and look at this whole spreadsheet and then analyze which ones are over 100,000. Then we can find the median home prices around the country and then find one where at least the county's population is 100,000 and the median home price is below 300, maybe 400 if you want to get crazy. That's my homework for the day. And you might be like, Zach, easy for you to say I'm not good at computers. And okay, you're watching this video. Let me help you out. All right. This is another, guys, I put the Guru Slayer behind me, so I got to give you some insane value today. Okay, for free. So this is a good one. This is home prices per county. Now you might want to screenshot this. Conveniently, freewholesaling.com is in the middle of it. You know what I got to do. But this is home prices per county. And so basically the darker is going to be more expensive and then the lighter is going to be the least expensive. And so if we can roughly see what counties we can go after here, they're nice, right? And so it's not a perfect scale, right? But what I could tell you is you roughly see where you don't want to wholesale and where you do want to wholesale. So if I want to, like you see the Northern Virginia area right here, that's a little like too purple, right? You see Eastern Massachusetts, but like you see Pennsylvania, you see Philly, that's okay. But like you see all of mid and western Pennsylvania. Those are good areas. Got Pittsburgh right there. You go to Ohio, right? You see that. So like, let's say, for example, I'm looking here. Let's go around here. Boop, 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 boop. And I see, for example, I see Michigan, right? There's some really good areas in Michigan that are a little darker, but I got to see if the population's good. Now, if I go to Indiana, I see some areas in Indiana that are a little higher, but if the populations are high, that's a great area, right? And so you got to see here, right? They got a little more expensive areas in Atlanta, but like Alabama's pretty good. The darker parts of Alabama are amazing, right? Mississippi, right? You're looking here. These are great areas for wholesaling real estate. Now, Colorado ain't looking too good, right? You're kind of looking the West. It's insane how expensive it is out there, but like there's still pockets where you can do well. And so that's going to be like, if I look at Nevada here, the lightest part of Nevada, probably not a lot of people live in there. So I don't want to do that, but like take a quick screenshot of this really quick so you get some data. But honestly, the orange is probably the most you want to be in this area. And that's going to be where you're going to find your next wholesaling real estate deal. So you got the counties price per county. Next year, we just got to figure out what the populations are, and we should be good for wholesaling real estate success. So guys, that's pretty much it on this end. I can tell you right now, make it simple. Don't be complicated. You got 30 minutes. Go after here and find it. That is your homework for today. That is your homework for day 6 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. So let me know what questions you guys have. Love to help you guys out here. Answer your questions, comments, whatever it is. And yeah, so let me answer some comments, questions. Obviously, we're going to do some one-on-ones today to help everyone out for free. And yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm helping the people out, helping people become successful in wholesaling real estate. And that's what I'm here to do. So actually, I got to address something here too. I want you guys to understand you should not listen to people on the internet that have no credibility about what to do. And everyone thinks I'm going to rant about gurus. I'm not actually ranting about gurus. I'm going to call somebody out right now. Okay, I'm going to call Alex Castle out. Alex, someone asked us Nebraska a good market. Alex Castle says, yes, but it can be hard because both Nebraska and Iowa have sellers who want pre-COVID prices. One thing I want to let you know, guys, is when you hear someone say that sellers in Nebraska and Iowa, want pre-COVID prices, some do, some of them don't. Okay. I get a lot, and Alex isn't saying this, but I get a lot of people say, oh, this market sucks because nobody wants to sell for a discount. Maybe you did wrong virtual market. Maybe you're doing the wrong marketing, right? And so you got to be careful on this, right? So Alex said that it's still a good market. Nebraska is actually a great market. Iowa is a great market, right? There's like 4 or 5 markets inside of Iowa. All right. So just be careful of that. Omaha and Lincoln are really actually good areas, but I would say just be careful. I mean, every market's going to have someone that wants to sell for insane high prices. Every single market. So just because someone wants to sell for too high in one market, just be careful when you're talking. I'm not saying Alex is giving the worst advice in the world, but just be careful. Some people give their opinions on things, and if they haven't done a ton of wholesaling deals, I'd just be careful. So just be very careful with it. Okay. I just see everyone gives their opinion on the internet. Oh, this market's, it's literally the worst in the world. This market, it's illegal to wholesale. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay. So just be careful. Right. And so use the map I kind of talked about here, but yeah. Let's see. Oscar said a little relevant, but I've been SMS text blasting as your double whammy sort of style, and it works amazing. I know it works amazing. I want to give everyone the reason why I put that in here is this is a great one, right? But I've actually changed some of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. We're going to have a full SMS text blasting day. I'm not going to tell you what day. And everyone's like, oh, Zach's just trying to get you to pay for SMS. No. I'm going to show you half the whole video is how to do SMS for free. The other half, if you want to scale up with it, but like the SMS video I'm going to do is double whammy and everything's going to be in it. Like everyone's wanting me to do a full one, and I have made a full one for day 14. I revealed what day it was, day 14. So day 14 is going to be your SMS one. And so keep a lookout there so everyone can pin it. But we're going to do a full how to SMS text blast for free. That's going to be pretty cool too. So Sleep Scott, that's a great one. Affordable working house is what I live in. Think about where you grew up. Most people where they grew up as a kid, their parents weren't crazy rich. They probably lived in working class areas. Find out where those areas were. And those are probably great wholesaling markets. I'm just telling everybody, think about where you grew up if it wasn't an insane area. And if you want to wholesale there, it works really, really well. And let me know, guys, in the comments how you're liking the 30-day wholesaling challenge so far, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Love to help you out. We do replays of the 30-day wholesaling challenge in freewholesaling.com. So for example, here, this video right now, it's going to be over an hour because I'm answering questions, doing lives and things like that. But my media team, they're going to chop up this video. We're going to put it nice 4K and chop it up, make it look good, edit it perfectly so all the ums and buts and the pauses are done out of there. They'll edit it. They'll probably spend a couple days editing that video, and then we'll post it inside of freewholesaling.com so you get a nice, clean, edited video. So like an hour and a half, so like an 80-minute video will be cut down to like 20 minutes. It gives you the best information possible. So I'm telling you, powerful stuff. It's an amazing. Okay. So yeah, let's see what here. Diego said, Zach, should you find a title company before pulling government lists? If so, how do you establish a good relationship with them before sending contracts? So Diego, you need to go to day 4 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge, where we show you how to find good title companies, the right questions, how to build good relationships with them. I would say you probably should find a title company before you start pulling government lists. There's a reason in the 30-day wholesaling challenge where day 4 was title companies. And we haven't even done the video on pulling government lists yet for the 30-day wholesaling challenge. There's a reason why, because title companies go before pulling the government list. That is why title companies was before government lists. So the 30-day wholesaling challenge is chronological what you should learn. So we haven't done the list pulling yet. We're learning where to wholesale first, because you can't pull a list if you don't know where to wholesale. So keep in mind there. I'm telling you guys, there's a reason, there's a method to my madness for virtual wholesaling real estate, why I'm trying to help you guys out. So we're going to do some one-on-ones too. And so if you're new, I just want you guys to know I do basically one-on-ones for free for you guys too. And so all you got to do is go to Wholesaling Houses for Real, my free real estate wholesaling Facebook group with over 100,000 people in it. Insane. Is the most, it's the biggest wholesaling real estate Facebook group in the country by active members. So pretty insane how that's even a thing, but crazy we have 100,000 people in that group. So telling you, if everyone in that group subscribed to the YouTube channel, we'd have 100,000 there too. But I'm still waiting for y'all to do that. So whatever, we'll do that. But all you got to do once you're in the group, there is a featured tab right here. All you got to do is click that. And once you click that, you can click here to join here for the StreamYard link, and it will pop you up on the StreamYard link absolutely for free. That's the point, guys and gals. That's how you do it. That's how you become successful in wholesaling real estate. So what I want to do is, let's go here. All right. Make sure we're all good here. All right. Boom. All right. Perfect. So we're all set up here to do the one-on-ones. I posted on there. And yeah, let's get it going. So first off, we got Victor.
Zach, what's up?
I'm blessed, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Awesome, man. What's up? How can I help you out today?
Yeah, so I had a quick question here, Zach. So I have this property here, right? I haven't gotten on a contract yet, but I've been going back and forth with him for about a month now. He had it on a contract after I spoke to him. Just kind of crazy because he took a lower offer than what I gave to him.
With someone else?
Yes. And
okay.
It come to find out that I kind of knew who the person was, because it's funny because that same person sent me emails of properties that they have on the contract.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't want to call the name.
You did the Rick Ginn, go on their buyers list thing, right?
Yeah.
So you're finding their top markets. That's smart.
So anyway, here, Zach, he's out of contract now. I knew the person wasn't going to get it, so I had my fingers crossed. So anyway, I came back and offered the same amount. Mind you, I'm at about 100,000 off the listing price right now. He wants to accept the offer, but he wants me to pay 1% in due diligence funds directly to his bank account.
Bro, hey, can you put 10 grand in my bank account? Like, I mean, we all want charity, don't we, today? Here's the thing, dude. You put 10 grand in that person's bank account, you ain't getting it back. and there's no really legal repercussions to it. Like
Right.
Victor, if you asked for $5,000 and I wired it into your bank account, could I sue you to get the money back? No, because I voluntarily gave it to you, right?
Right.
So there's no like legal repercussion. That's not how real estate works. You know that. You're smart.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know.
you're asking me. You know something sounds scammy. He probably doesn't know about real estate, particularly how the entire process works. People in wholesaling, so people will scam. I don't think the seller's trying to scam you, but you need to put it in escrow, right? And so if
Right.
you don't perform in the contract, then they get the money from there because that's how it works. And so if he tries to screw you, you're screwed.
Right.
But if you put it in escrow, it's in a third party, it's safe. Now you can do some things around this, but honestly, you can't. Use it with a title company or a closing attorney, and you got to clean it like that. You're gonna lose that money, man. I'm telling you.
Right.
So don't do it.
So I'm aware that I also explained to him. So he's a retired realtor.
He should know this then.
He knows exactly how all this works. Now he know exactly that if I get into the contract, have it open for 30 days, he know that I could back out and get my EMD.
That's how realtors work, though.
Exactly.
They all have. I had another deal I'm flipping right now. Buyer backed out, like, because that's how realtors work.
Right.
That's how real estate works. What do I look like to you, right? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah. So that's the thing here now. So I feel like it will be a good wholesaling deal, but it's just that, I don't want to give up that 1% and just can't find a buyer and then just lose it. Do you think I should try to find a buyer first?
Let's say, Victor, let's say you find the buyer and he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. He thinks he can get more. You lost that money.
Exactly.
You have to hope in the good graces that he gives it back to you.
Right.
I don't trust sellers, man. I'm telling you, man. So I'm going to say no on this, man. You have to give it to the title company. Because he's a retired realtor. He should know how the process works. He's trying to have an unfair advantage over you, and you're not doing that, right?
Yeah.
And there's a point where we have to deal with motivated sellers. Hey, my name's Victor. I'm a professional on this, right? I buy houses. I'm professional when I do it. I do everything legally and by the book because I'm a legitimate person, right? Like you do everything legit. We're not going to go do weird practices around here, right? Stupid, man. He knows how the game's played and he's trying to see if he can pull one on you. Don't do it. No legit cash buyer will ever deal with that. No realtor will ever accept that. You're fine. Now, the only caveat on this, and I will tell you this, and this is a little more advanced, but I will, for people watching this, I have actually sent $1,000 to a seller. But here's the caveat. I make sure that the deal, I'm going to make at least $60,000 on it, and I make them write a lien on the house where I can get a lien on their house. And that's the only way around it. But that's when the seller needs $1,000. And it's the only way to get a deal done. And I have a lien on the house. And so I have everything literally protected on me on here. But outside of that, dude, no, don't do it.
Okay. All right. I figured, I'll just come and ask you if you ever had that done before. I just
yeah, I've had them ask. I said no. Before. No, I go through a title company.
Yeah.
First of all, Mr. Seller, let's say I give you $2,000 and the title doesn't come back clean. Did someone recently run the title the last, 15 days and show it's fine? No. I need to have because if I give you $2,000 and the title's not clear, I'm screwed. I lose all my $2,000. I can't do it. It's too risky.
Right.
Boom. And then what you need to do is show legitimacy. Be like, okay, here's Sarah. She works at Starfish Title. She's amazing. She'll help you out, and she's who I deal with. Here's her number if you have any questions.
Okay.
I hate to see that, man, but you already know that. You're going to lose that money in that.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I figured let me bring it by you because I know deep in the back of my head that if it's not the EMD, it's gone. I never said any money to anybody's personal bank account. You sound like you're trying to scam me here. And
because that's how scams work.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a real thing. This has happened before. There's scam artists out here that do Zillow for sale by owners that say, send me the $5,000 EMD now. And they look for new wholesalers that will just wire them $5,000. And they live like in a far off country. It's terrible. But like, if you watch this YouTube channel and you've done deals before by listening to me, you already smelled that off. And
Yeah.
that's great that you did that. And I'm thanking you for doing this because somebody is going to have the same situation. They're going to be like, oh, okay. So good job, man. I appreciate it.
It was just kind of funny to me, Zach, because he wanted the 1% to his bank account, and he also wanted me to send EMD to the title company.
Oh my! Oh, Andy wanted EMD.
Yes.
How much does that 1% would be roughly?
That 1% would be $1,900.
Dude, no. Come on, man. Like, come on. And EMD on top of that?
Right.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. He's legit trying to scam you.
Yeah.
No, don't look at him as a bad person. We can only do the EMD. This is a person I don't trust right off the bat, and I feel like this is a shady seller. Now, shady sellers you can still wholesale, okay? Like, they might be bad people, okay? I wholesale deals with people that have done very bad things, like felons, but they still got to sell their house, okay? I might not like them as a person, but I'm still going to do business with them. I just got to be very protected, and I have to know that they're going to try to screw me. So the only way you deal with these type of people, you got to go through the most legit way possible through an EMD with the title company, as cookie cutter and clean as possible.
Right. So I'm just going to call him back and let him know that, if we can't have it set that way, then, I'm sorry to say we can't continue with this deal.
That's it. I don't know any reasonable person that'll accept that term. That's not how regular real estate works. He knows that though. So
yeah,
he might be testing you.
Yeah. Alrighty then, Zach. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right. Chadwick.
Yo, Zach, how you doing, bro?
Good. What time is it?
For
you?
Yeah, 8 o'clock, bro.
Oh my gosh, man. It's getting
yeah.
late. All right. Well, what's up, man? How can I help you out?
So I was speaking to some seller from North Carolina. I called him if he wanted to sell his property. He was like, yes, I'm interested, but on one condition, if I buy like 4 vacant land and 2 more properties. And then it's a commercial lot, but how do I run comps on commercial lots?
Okay. And so what's the question?
How do I run comps on those commercial lots?
Okay, so on those vacant lots,
yeah,
it's a tough one, right? Obviously, you just want to find the comps for it, right? I mean, that's the right. Oh, there's comps right there. I can go. It's hard, right? I get it, man. Specifically with that one, is it in like? Don't tell me where it's at because it's too easy for these people to do their hacking. But like, is it in like a higher population area? Like, there's a city near. Okay, good. So there's probably going to be some land buyers. I would probably call them and not give them the address, but say, hey, I have a vacant land property that is this many acres that you can build a house on that is zoned for this. Roughly, if it's a 1/4 acre, how much would you roughly pay for that? And they'll roughly give you a range. So you're probably going to call 4 or 5 of these type of buyers out and just see where they're at. And you can roughly get a range. Now, between you and me, just try to offer the lowest you can. And with the lowest the seller's going to do, just try to push them and then roughly see if you can make a profit on that. That's, I hate to say it, but land's so weird, man. I have land deals where I made 50 grand. I have land deals where I made 2 grand. And I didn't even know how much I was going to make till I found the buyer because I just don't. Land's so weird, man. And so obviously there's land that's more valuable than others. Just like there's the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, where there's just vacant everywhere. And then there's like, it's vacant land on top of houses all over. And I could probably sell that for more. Right. And so you got to find land buyers because there are customers and that's how you do it. Right. And so, it's like finding someone that loves hamburgers. It's like, I'm going to go, I'm not going to go sell hamburgers to a vegan, right? I'm going to find people that like burgers and then ask them, hey, you want to buy some burgers, right? And that's right. What's the most popular food in South Africa?
Something called Bani Chow.
Bani Chow.
Yeah, Bani Chow. It's like a burger, but you put chips, Vienna, and all those things. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, obviously, if I want to find people that like that type of food, I'm going to find people that probably like are immigrants from South Africa here. And I'm going to try to sell that to them. I'm not going to go to me and try to sell it. Obviously, if you put it in front of me, I'm probably going to eat it. Right. But like, that's how you find it, right? You got to find people that have bought houses, vacant property, and then you go do it.
True. And also the thing is, since it's a commercial land, but it's registered under residential, he said he did that because he didn't want to pay more tax on the land. But once some buy it, they can transferred back to commercial.
Yeah, I don't know exactly in North Carolina how hard it is to transfer it, but
Mhm.
most land guys, it's not that difficult to do. Unless
Mm.
there's like something insane going on in the house. That's more of a title issue, and a cash buyer has to deal with that, not you. So I would just
Oh,
focus on finding the right buyer first.
right back. Okay. And last thing, remember I told you about getting leads from Richmond. So I text one of the guys from from Richmond to get me the leads since they did virtually, I mean physically, like they all lazy to go get it. So I text the guy. He only sending about 100 leads from the court violation and from the probate. They say I must go there to the main office, and I'm not there. So what I did is I picked three cities, which is Newport News, Hampton, and I got court violation lead. I have about 1.5 leads. You think that it's going to be enough for me to get a lead from a deal from it?
I mean, I would say at least 500. Like if you want to start getting deals,
Hmm.
um, but I mean, it's hard to pinpoint it perfectly. I mean, I'd go contact them, see what happens, right? I think you should get a lead from it, hopefully. And who knows, right? You just got to call it and see.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
All right, keep it up, man.
Sure, thanks, man.
Oh, awesome. So shout out Chadwick from South Africa. Kind of late there, but hey, he's hopping on. What's your excuse for wholesaling real estate, right? He's done deals. You should do the same exact thing. Oh, Andres,
Hey Zach, can you hear me?
loud and clear. What is up, man?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm blessed. Every day
Uh,
above ground's an amazing day.
that's good. That's good. So I don't know if you remember our last conversation. I'm here in Miami. I'm still cold calling, still doing everything. I recently took your advice and looked in the cities or counties around, specifically Broward County. I went on a listing appointment, not on a listing appointment. Thinking of realtor stuff. I went on an appointment with a seller. Uh, I did not notice that the house I was going to was in a 55 plus community. I
Okay.
got him down. The property is basically ready to go. It's just old. What happened was the dad died of I think lung cancer or something like that, and the son just doesn't want to go back into the property because of the memories and all that stuff.
I get it.
Um, we like the ARV on that one would be 260. I negotiated. I did the blaming my partner thing, and I told him my partner wants me to to offer you 160. He jumped. He immediately was like, no, I can't do 160. I was like, yeah, I know. I didn't even want to give you that offer. Whatever. We negotiated down to 225 from 260 to 225. Um, everything was going good until he told me that he needed to get. I told him, you know, we're if you want to, we can sign right now. I did what your dad said. It's like, let me have your autograph.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I can't give you my autograph because I gotta run it through my lawyer first. I prepped him before going to the showing. I told him, listen, I want an answer now. I don't want a maybe. I want a yes or no. And he's like, yeah, for sure. If we agreed on a price, then I have no problem signing. We went. Turns out he works for UPS, so he has that landline for the legal hotline, whatever. So he did run it by a lawyer. He actually did, and his lawyer basically told him all about wholesaling. And then he said, "Listen, the thing is that you don't have the money, right?" I told him this is a partnership between me and two other partners, which is true. I did, I
Yeah.
closed on a deal, and they are the ones that have the money. And I told them, listen, we have the money. If you're scared about my assignment clause, I can remove that because I know I can double close. And he says,
Sure.
like, listen, if you got the money, let's just close. I don't want anybody walking around the house. I told him, listen, the only way for me to do this is if I'm able to have access to the house because yes, I saw it, but a contractor, an inspector, and my partners have not seen it. So I need access to it. Also, in the contract, it says that he grants me access via lockbox. He says he doesn't want that. I told him it will make it easier for you because that way you don't have to come to the property every time I need to have one of my employees in there. I got pictures, I got everything. And at the end, we just left it at, well, listen, I don't even think I think I'm your age. I'm 22. Um, And he's like, at the end of the day, I don't think the association is gonna accept you because of your age. I mean, I didn't know what to say to her. I said, like, we'll just work through it. Um, we didn't get anything signed. I still have all the pictures, all the information, everything. I don't have any local buyers. I didn't know buy in Florida. Would it be a good idea for me to just, or even if I don't have a contract, just to call around and see
Is this in
if I find
Broward?
anybody? Huh?
Is this in Broward?
Broward County. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you have the right, it depends on the restrictions. You need to figure out more about it. So you might need to call the son or the management company for whatever it is. We just got to be careful with this. So I do a lot of 55 plus. Okay. Now, the only ones that don't work are there some 55 plus that have restrictions on if a corporation can bind there or not. I personally had to buy houses in my personal name and flip them. But that's from a different day. So that's one issue sometimes. Sometimes you can't have a rental on there, which eliminates some of your buyers. And sometimes you can't flip houses basically in there, right? And you got to be careful. Some HOAs you need to get interviewed before you hop on. They got to do background checks. It's a lot, right? But
Yeah,
they're
this
pretty
is
nice
one of
places.
those. This is one of those that does interviews.
So in my opinion, your best shot is you're going to have to find the best cash buyer possible. You're in Broward County. It's going to be easy. Find someone that's going to really work with you. And if you get a good enough discount, you're going to have to give a lot of that discount to the buyer, unfortunately. But they'll go through all the stupidness of it, and you can get it through. You're just going to have to assign it to them, and they're going to have to go through all this stupid process. But if they do it the right way, you both should get a ton of money for it.
The only problem with that is that the seller, he doesn't want the assignment clause in there. So I would be forced to double close.
Yes. Okay. Well, why don't you just explain this to him? Hey, we want to buy it, but we're going to buy it in a separate LLC. We got to make an LLC. And so
that's what I told him. I told him I need the assignment clause.
No, you can't do that.
He came up to me. He's like, I don't like the whole assignment clause, and I told him the reason why that's in there. I know it looks like I'm a wholesaler, but the reason why that's in there is because it's very common to create an LLC after purchasing a property. So I don't have to come
before the day, like a week before the closing.
Yeah, a week before the closing. So I told him, so it's easier for me to just put the property under my name, and before the closing, just assign it to the brand new LLC. That way, I don't have to chase you around for a signature or have the property hanging off no contract. That's basically what I told him.
He just said no.
He didn't. He basically left me with a maybe, because he said he's like, well, I don't know if the association is gonna accept you. And I told him, listen, I can work with any issues that you got. I just want to make this as comfortable for you as possible.
I think you're gonna have to, because of the whole interview thing with a 55 plus, you're going to have to either do one or two things. I would do the assignment clause and let them know that, hey, we're gonna get on a contract, then we're gonna form the LLC. It takes about a week or two to get names approved for an LLC in the state of Florida. Some business stupid, but that's how it works. And so I personally would say we're going to have to assign it, but you can use my title company. That's what we're going to have to do. We still do the interview and everything, and then do the assignment. Unfortunately, I have to do that. Now, double closing sounds perfect for this, but unfortunately, you can't double close because if you deal with the stupid HOA thing, right?
That's the problem.
And they're not going to, that HOA is not going to okay that at all. And
Right.
So, plus, you theoretically, you could have the cash buyer name on the contract and they can sign a JV with you. I don't want to do that though. I personally don't like that. Yeah. Those are your options. I think if you're a lot more firm with the seller and explain to them the process, you can do it. He's not a lawyer. He seems how young is this person?
He's like 34.
Okay. I mean, I know he's not happy with the assignment, but he also isn't happy with the property being sitting there. So if he wants to get that thing done, you're going to have to deal with it. Let him know I have to do a lot with this. Okay. And so I got to do my own due diligence on this. So let him know that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And also another thing, I've been also trying to move a virtual. I mean, there's a lot of questions that has popped in my mind. I usually just attack them one at a time. Like, how would I get a runner? I know you say to publish something on Craigslist, whatever. I found I'm not gonna say city, but it's here in the east, mid east U.S.
Okay.
The population is 200,000, and it's the medium home price is 355. Would that's within, right? Like
Yeah,
that
I'd
sounds
say
pretty
so.
good. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking of movie marketing over to Fort Myers, and worst comes to worst, then I'll just make the drive from Miami to Fort Myers. But the thing is that I saw
Why do
the
you
Fort
do that all
Myers.
the time? Oh, I'll just drive over there. Just do virtual.
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend in this city that I was telling you about. Well, he lives like a couple minutes away, so um, it'll be a good one. And but the thing is that Fort Myers, their population is small. It's like a 200,000
Fort
population,
Myers is
but
fine,
they're
man.
okay because their medium home price is above 450
I know,
or
but there's still
400.
deals in Fort Myers in the
Yeah, I
whole
mean, my first
surrounding.
deal was over there.
Yeah, there's deals there.
Okay.
That's it, man. So I personally would say that I go for the assignment with that guy. That's gonna be your best shot.
Okay.
55
Alright.
pluses are weird, man.
Yeah. I didn't do my due diligence on that. I didn't,
As
notice that
long
it
as the
was
price is really low, I think you can make it work.
right.
So do that. Go find your boots on the ground also, and you should do fine with that one, man.
Yeah, well, this was right there in Fort Myers. It's like a 40-minute drive.
All right. Go after it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Appreciate it. Boom. Also keep me updated how that works. Love to see it. All right. Next here we got Taryn.
Hi, Zach. It's so nice to meet you
Nice to
virtually.
meet you. How are you doing?
Good. Really, really excited. My husband and I just got started this week. We watched the course and the last 30-day challenge. So I feel like we got our knowledge tanks full and we're actually taking action now. So,
Awesome.
but my question for you is in regards to pulling probate. So we are going to go in person, as you mentioned in the course. And but prior to that, and I'm sorry if you hear my kids in the background.
No worries.
But prior to that, we called the surrogate court for our county and asked for a list of probates for the last 30 days. And they're telling us that we can only pull it with a name or docket number. And so I'm curious if there's a different way to ask this when we go in person.
Yeah.
Okay, say that again. Sorry.
Sorry, I know I talk fast. I tried to talk before they
Yeah,
started.
not you.
All right, you gotta be quiet, baby, okay? So we asked them for the probates for the last 30 days, and they're saying that we could only pull it by a name and docket number. And so when we go in person, we're curious if there's a better way to ask this. There are counties around us that have it available online, just not the closest county to us that we're trying to get started in.
Just ask for the court dockets for all the probates. And then the case numbers will be on there, and then you can individually ask per case number.
Okay, because when we asked for the full list, they said that there is no way that they
Court
didn't have a way
docket,
to.
not the list. Court docket.
Okay, court docket. Let me write that down.
Court docket. It's basically a schedule of when all the hearings are going to be for the probates.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just gonna write this down. Court docket with all the case numbers on it, you said?
No, just ask for the court docket for the probates. Be very general with it.
Okay, perfect. Now, one of the other issues we ran into with another county near us is they reference Daniel's Law, and I wasn't sure what that was. I'm in New Jersey, and I looked it up.
Daniel's Law is basically a law they had in New Jersey because somebody's judge's kid died, and they were upset that that was public information. And so basically, if it's a child, I'm pretty sure with that law, if it's a minor, they're not going to give that information out for the family. And that's, I mean, I don't have a problem with that, right? And so, eliminate the minors. They don't own real estate mostly. So like, not really.
Well, when I asked them how to go about obtaining the list of the probates, they said that this separate county, they said that the people that, because I referenced Ocean County near us because they do have it available online. And they said that those counties are going to have to pull them offline because of this law. But when I looked at the law, it only protects, judges, police officers, not civilians. So
they're just trying to give you excuses, Darren. You know that.
Yeah.
They just don't want to work any harder than they have to do in their cushy government job.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they can't talk to Lisa, about the Selling Sunset episode yesterday. They have to actually do work. So they're a little upset right now. But you got to be annoying.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So now I know what to ask. And that was the thing, was I was like, I don't know what to ask because we asked for the list of probates
That's
the
it.
last 3 days. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Keep it up.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Next we got Anthony. Yo, Anthony.
Yo, Zach, can you hear me?
There we go. What's up, man?
What's up, Zach? So I just have a quick question for you.
All right. What's up?
All right, so I just started. I seen your channel like a year ago, and I'm just now taking action because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little scared. And
Okay.
so I called the Water Charlotte list, but I can't get the probates. How do I get the probates? I'm in Fort Pierce.
Have you gone to freewholesaling.com?
Yeah, I seen how you do it online.
Mm-hmm.
I called, but they say they can't give it to me. I have to go in person and ask.
You should probably just give up.
No, I just
Bro,
heard.
what do you think I'm going to tell you?
No, I just heard, you just answered it.
Anthony, let me be completely honest with you because I know this. I know that website in the back of my head. Go to public records for St. Lucie. Go to the
Right.
court cases, filter by probates, and then pull the probates. Bro, that's it. You're overthinking this.
Yeah, because I'm on the St. Lucie website. It
St.
says
Lucie County Clerk of the Court.
Right.
Search cases, court cases, probates, filter. I'm not going to get this YouTube channel banned by popping it up, but you go to St. Lucie County, court cases, search court cases, case type, probate, done. Okay? Go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there, bro.
All right. So, about appointments, how should I go about appointments? Because I'm like 18. If I go on an appointment like in person, you think they would take me seriously?
Anthony, I was 17 years old and made $100K doing appointments in St. Lucie County.
Right.
So you're a year older than I was. So you have a way bigger advantage than I was starting out. So you should obviously make over $100,000 now.
Right.
If I did at 17, you're at 18. Oh, wow. You're way older than me. So you have a bigger advantage. So you should do that.
So,
bro, I've been around the town, man. Zero money, 17 years old, made deals. You can do the same exact thing, bro.
Right.
And you ain't the first kid from Fort Pierce I've helped make 6 figures. So this is like easy.
And
you just need to get to work, man.
You're right. So how much should I be calling a day? You reckon I should call 50 to 100 a day?
So in my personal opinion, I would say in a day, the best hours to call, I would say is about 25 hours every single day you should cold call. Now, if you can't do that, I would probably cold call as much as you possibly can.
Right. No,
so
I meant like
25 hours a day. I'd probably do as many as you can.
All right.
It's a joke. Bro, come on. You're asking me, should I market more? Yeah, of course you should market more.
Right.
More marketing is more deals.
Right. Because
let me ask you a question, Anthony.
Yeah.
How many hours did you market last week?
I do 2 hours a day, so probably like 5 or 6.
2 hours a day?
Yeah.
That's 14.
Oh yeah.
Did you do 14, 5? How much?
14. Wait, what was the question?
14 of what? 14 hours of what?
Well, is like what list or
like cold calling, texting, like what?
Oh, I just do cold calls.
How many contacts did you get last week?
Well, I get like 10 contacts per day around. So probably I'm not, to be honest with you, I don't really keep track, but it's like I do get like quite a bit of contacts.
You said you get 10 a day? So
yeah,
70?
Prior, around there, yeah.
So you're telling me, Anthony, let's go down the math here. You have 70 contacts in 14 hours. That's 5 contacts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What list are you doing? So you're getting one hello every 10 minutes. That's really bad.
Right.
That's really, what list is this?
Well, I do drive for dollars and the water shut off.
So you spent 14 hours cold calling or 14 hours driving for dollars?
Cold calling.
Okay. And how many hours you're saying 2 a day. So is give me the data here. So you're doing 14 hours of cold calling. How many drawing for dollars a week? How many reverse drawing for dollars sticky notes did you put out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I only put like 3 out.
3 out. Okay. And how many drawing for dollars leads did you get?
I got right now. I have like 500.
500. Okay. And so you got 70 contacts out of the 500.
Well, I didn't call all the drawing for dollars leads.
Okay.
Drawing for dollars.
Okay. So I'm trying to understand. I mean, so if you're doing that, your data should be fine. And
No,
so
it is. Is that I get nervous, and some of the drawing for dollar leads are really old, and I look back and they got sold.
okay.
And I just like cherry pick right now. I'm honestly just cherry picking each lead, like going one by one each lead, saying, are the owners absentees? Are they vacant? Like, I'm just cherry picking it. That's why it's taking so long to cold call each one.
Anthony, have you gotten a wholesaling deal yet?
I have not.
I've done over 1,000 deals in St. Lucie County, right?
Yeah.
You know what that means, right? You should
Yeah,
probably
there's
listen to what I have to
deals
say.
everywhere.
Do not cherry pick every single deal, bro. Get a drawing for dollars list, skip trace it, and just call them.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. Call the owners. Do not be cherry picking. I feel like you're wasting your time doing this, man. Get the leads, start calling. You gotta get your butt out of bed and just ram through as many leads as possible that are high quality.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry picking will not work, man. And if you're nervous, I can tell if you're nervous you haven't done enough marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm just asking about the 14 hours and then the extra 14 hours on top of that. I don't know many people that cold call 14 hours a week that are nervous for cold calling after consistently doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So how many hours you've done 14 hours. So how many this month have you done?
I don't really know the exact number, but when I say for 2 hours, it's not constantly for 2 hours. I cherry pick for like 10, 15 minutes and I do like the other one.
Bro, you are robbing yourself of wholesaling deals by cherry picking.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally stealing money out of your future bank account by cherry picking. Do you know that? You're cherry picking money out of your own pocket by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to tell you to do is, I'm being honest with you. If you want to be successful, I need you to make a plan, stick to a schedule, and do as many leads as you possibly can that are high quality. On top of that, I need you to put some sticky notes out. My team's the only people that really put sticky notes out in St. Lucie anymore. You need to be an extra person.
Yeah, out of the 3 I put, I did get 3 calls back too.
Why aren't you doing more?
Honestly, because I don't really I do got the time, but
you got the time. You're already driving. You had 500. You're putting 500 leads. It's an extra 3 seconds to go put that out there. When you tell me you don't have the time, you don't have the time to skip trace and cherry pick. You have 10 minutes to cherry pick, but you don't have 3 seconds to put a sticky note out, bro.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just like about the wholesaling concept. I'm just like nervous about it. Like, should I go? But out of 3 sticky notes I put, I did get 3 calls back, so I know it does work. But I just
Anthony, let's do this. All right.
Okay.
You need to put out 500 sticky notes.
Okay.
And then you can't question it. If it's an ugly house, they get the sticky note. That is it.
Even if it's vacant?
No ifs, ands, or buts, Anthony.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, buts, no. 500.
Okay, 500.
500. And then I want you to call that 500. I promise you, after you're done calling, you're going to be less nervous to wholesale. Bro, the money's in your hands. You can do this. You're young, bro. I like it. I know you have what it takes, but you're going to have to show me.
So should I put the sticky notes on all driving for dollars that I have done or that I got?
Just new ones now.
All the new ones now? Okay.
All right?
All right.
I'm telling you, you'll get, bro, at 17, 6 figures.
Yeah.
You can do it at 18, all right? Age is not a problem. This is why I started at 17, so you can't complain.
Right.
I worked my butt off. You need to if you want to be where I'm at, where I was at 18, 19, you're going to have to work your butt out equally. And you'll get to it, man. You'll do very well. I promise you.
Right.
You got this, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Next time I go do one-on-one, I'm gonna let you know what happens. I'm gonna put all 500.
That's it, man. I'm in your market, so I know. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is easy, man. Probates are simple, man. You already just do it and try to find it and try to go to freeholding.com and show you how to do it. I think I have St. Lucie even in there. So
yeah, the reason I asked for probate is because most of the ugliest houses are on driving for dollars. They're senior owned.
Senior owners, yeah.
Yeah, and I called them, and they're like, no, like I don't know if they're gonna sell. Like, God forbid when they die, but that's what I'm saying. Mostly it's senior owner.
Bro, you live in Florida. Florida's known as God's waiting room. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but it's true. There's a lot of old people here. A lot of probates, man.
Right.
You know what to do.
Well, I appreciate it, Zach.
Anthony, I don't know if anyone told you, but I do believe in you. I know I know I'm a little hard on you, but I'm hard on you because I've done the exact same process you've done. And
No,
you
I
have to do the
deserve
same
it.
process I've done, man. I promise you, if you work hard and listen to what I'm saying, you'll do well. So
No,
how many sticky notes you got to put out?
500.
Not a day, not a week, right? No, not over time. Okay, but let's focus on 500.
So what should I say when somebody does come back? Because it be catching me off guard.
Anthony,
like,
you need to go to freewholesaling.com, bro.
is that
It's in there, man.
I get the gist of it, but when they say
So Anthony, I'm gonna add 500 sticky notes, and then also I need you to go through all of freewholesaling.com.
Okay.
And as a reward, I'm going to tell you what to say though. If someone calls you back from a sticky note, you're going to put, "Hey, this is Anthony. I had a quick question about your property. Phone number," right?
Mhm.
Hello. Hey, who's this? You lose a sticky note on my property. Hey. This is Anthony. Hey, I'm just calling. I was actually driving around town and I saw a house that me and my partner might want to possibly buy. That's why you put that note on your house. And we didn't want to bother you by calling you or knocking on your door at the wrong time. We're just seeing if anyone in the area is looking to sell their house. Are you looking to sell your house? No. Okay. No worries. Have a great day. Well, are you targeting my house? No, I drove by. It seemed like a decent property for me and my partner to buy. Boom. I'd write down a script for you just in case and write it the way that you think. But that's it, man.
So should I put tape on the sticky note? Because it's been raining like a lot lately.
No,
Or
you're
not?
fine. You're fine.
All right.
Stick it up. Just leave it there. You're fine.
All right. Well, I appreciate
Anthony,
it.
you're overthinking this. You're
Yeah, I
probably
really
a very
am.
smart guy. And from smart people usually do this. I hate to call you out, but smart people tend to overthink things. And you're probably
Mhm.
overthinking things right now. All
Yeah.
right. You got to get down to my level. All right. Just do the work. That's it, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Keep it up, Anthony. I believe in you, man. Go
All right.
after it.
I appreciate it. Bye.
Oh, guys, I'm telling you, I'm sometimes hard on young people because I know if they can take some of my advice that's a little hard to hear to heart and go out here and do what they need to do, they'll go out here and become wildly rich and wildly successful. It's the young people. It's the people that are getting started in this real estate business. The people that haven't got the first people they want to get that are hungry and are willing to do the work. If you are willing to do the work, you will become a successful wholesaler. I'm begging everybody out here. Go out here, go to freewholesaling.com, learn what to say, what to do, and have a burning desire in your heart to go after it and live the life of your dreams. Wholesaling Real Estate did it for me. It'll do it for you. Check it out, guys. 30-day wholesaling challenge. We'll have the link below for the whole playlist. And I appreciate it. This is Zach Ginn signing out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 7. And on top of that, too, we're doing the extended live stream with FlipLurk Plus right now. So go to FlipLurkPlus.com if you want to be part of the extended live stream.